Hello and welcome to our channel. Thank you for stopping by to check us out. We really do appreciate it. This is the show where we like to give you our rating first, so then talk about the things we did and did not like about the movie we just saw. Today's movie is, or at least this episode's movie is Hobbs and Shaw. So, have you guys seen Hobbs and Shaw? What did you think if you saw it? Because we are letting you know in 3, 2, 1, wait for it. This movie has no right being as stupidly entertaining as it is. This is the epitome of guilty pleasure cinema, and it is absolutely outrageous from beginning to end. All right, so Hobbs and Shaw. Let's start with the things that we liked about this film. Sam, I give you one thing you can like about this film. What is the first thing that pops to your mind that you liked about this film?
It was witty. It was just the two of them were very banter. They didn't take it so seriously, and they were just kind of bickering back and forth the entire time, which sometimes it seemed a little long, but for the most part, it was very entertaining.
Yeah, I can agree with you. This is sort of like the direction that The Rock's career has taken, where he's doing these big, ridiculous, goofy action films. I kind of consider him to be sort of like the Michael Bay version of an actor. He is someone that just does popcorn entertainment. He wants you to go to a theater, have fun, have a good time. If you've seen the other Rock's other films in the last 3 or 4 years, you're not going to get anything new. This is just a high-class version of those other films that he's done. The director of this, I was absolutely shocked when I saw the director's name popped up. I actually had no idea who the director was prior to seeing the credits or the opening credits. David Leitch, who co-directed the first John Wick, did Atomic Blonde, did Deadpool 2, now he's doing this. Had no idea he was attached. His style and pizzazz and everything that he puts into the action and style of a film is on display from the opening scenes, from the neon lights to the fancy text that pops up. It just reeks cool. Everything. The Rock is cool, Jason Statham's cool, just the way the film looks is cool. Vanessa Kirby, who plays Jason Statham's younger sister, she's the younger Shaw. Idris Elba is just a really cool bad guy. This is a film that just oozes cool. The only thing that's not really cool about it is some of the dialogue. I wish some of the dialogue might have been written a little better, but everything else is really just highly entertaining. So for me, I just loved how visually lush and just how fun the film was to watch.
Mm-hmm. It definitely was a film that didn't take it too seriously, and that was kind of a film that you want to go see in the middle of the summer and just kind of just go for the fun of it, and that's what it was.
Yep. So now let's move on to our favorite scenes. Sam, did you have a favorite scene?
I did. I had a few, but I think one that stuck out the most is when they were bantering on the airplane, and then Kevin Hart just pops out of nowhere, and he's like, "Shut up, guys," and starts his little bit.
Yeah,
and the three of them
he's talking normal. He goes,
banter.
He goes, "Let me give you my card. That's my card. You just call me." Anytime they're like, "What are you doing with your voice?" "I ain't doing nothing with my voice." So
that was a little Chris Pratt and.
Oh yeah, it was. It was kind of Infinity War-esque.
Maybe he was trying to do that, but
this is my normal voice. So it was very much. It was like that scene. I usually just get kind of sucked into movies when I watch them, and I feel fortunate in the fact that when I'm watching a movie, I get so into watching movies that pretty much that film exists within the bubble of me in the movie theater watching it, and I'm not being if something's a callback to a previous film, I won't pick up on it watching it. It won't pop in my head. It won't, like you just said, it was very Infinity War from last year. Never once occurred to me that was like that. It's exactly what it is. But this is, I would say that's kind of this film. Just in general, it is callbacks to other things you've seen in other films. They're just good callbacks.
Yeah.
So my favorite scene is the scene when they're tied up with the chains. They're getting electrocuted. You see it in the chair. Idris Elba is electrocuting them. He's torturing them. And that whole scene plays out like the scene in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis when they're giving him truth serum. And he tells them what he's going to do when he escapes. So it's very much like that scene where they're like, all right, so when I break out of the chains, I'm going to kill that guy. I'm going to rip that guy's head off. And then I'm going to take that thing over there. I'm going to kill that guy. And then Jason Statham's like, "No, you can't kill that guy. That's my guy." He goes, "No, I want that guy." It's like, "No, that's my guy. No, you got to pick another guy." And then The Rock's like, "No, you drop kick that guy." It's like, "No, I'm drop kicking the other guy." It's like, "No, I want to take that guy. You drop kick someone else." Like, "No, I'm going to drop kick that guy. And that scene plays out. And that's like the kind of banter they have back and forth. Even when they like each other, they still have ways to have this comedic moments of banter between the two of them. And they play off of each other pretty great. I would say of these sort of films that The Rock has led, outside of Jumanji, this might be his other best setup of a duo in his films. Mm-hmm. So now with that said, those were things we liked and favorite scene. Let's go into the things that we did not like. So Sam, is there anything about this film that you did not like?
I thought that the bad guy was a little off. Idris, I think that his storyline was a little bizarre at times. It was pretty out there for even a Fast and the Furious spin-off film. Yep,
I can agree. I mean, that's the one, I'd say the issue that I had with the film. You can say it's an issue, but the one thing kind of rubbed me the wrong way is the tech cult that Idris Elba works for.
Yeah, that was a lot.
So
that was a little much.
I mean, just the way it was. I liked sort of like the grassroots sort of like rebellion, sort of like the industrial like nature of Idris Elba and his crew. But then once he got into like the cult and we got like bits and pieces into the cult and the way they kind of like control the media and stuff was a little much for me. It was also kind of like 2001 Space Odyssey-esque, and that felt like it clashed with the sort of underground aesthetic that the rest of the film had. Mm. And I wasn't really 100% on board with the way they portrayed the Overseer as just like a voice with like the waves moving on TV screens when he would start to talk. Felt a little 90s-esque.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, that along with the dialogue, some of the dialogue was a little like, okay. But it's Fast and Furious. At this point, I think you know what you're getting when you go into one of these films.
I mean, this wasn't anywhere close to a Fast and the Furious film. It didn't feel like a Fast and the Furious film. It was just taking two characters from that franchise, and they're trying to, like, it seems like they're trying to gear off to something else.
Now, granted, we did not see the last one. Fate of the Furious was something that we skipped. So maybe this has more line with the previous one. But of the Fast and Furious films that we've seen, this might be my second or third.
I mean, like, this has to be... Yeah, but this is like a standalone film. You can't pair it up with those movies. I think that's like a separate thing.
But it's called Fast and the Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Still feels different.
It does feel different.
It doesn't feel like a Fast and the Furious film.
It's much more in line with, like, it probably has like more in common with the Transformers movies than it does with the Fast and the Furious.
It's random. Oh, I guess it's not that random.
I mean, with the high octane action, Idris Elba controls a motorcycle with his mind.
Right. I mean, I don't know. You're right. Maybe we haven't seen the last one, but I don't know if that happened in the last one. Maybe we should watch it.
Maybe. But I will give that props to this film for, if you haven't seen the last film, like, it made sense to me. I feel like I didn't need to see Fate of the Furious.
No, I didn't need to see Fate of the Furious. It was a standalone film. You didn't have to watch any of the Fast and the Furious films to watch.
So I give it credit for that.
Yeah.
Also loved the Ryan Reynolds cameo was fantastic. He was super funny. I have no idea if he was in the previous Fast and Furious movie, Fate of the Furious. But he seemed like he had like a history with Hobbs. It seemed like they had scenes together in previous films. But I don't think Ryan Reynolds was in a Fast and Furious movie before. I could be wrong. But I did like his little bits that he had in this movie. So that's it for me.
That's it for me.
Okay, that is it for us. We are moving on to the farewell. Like and subscribe if you liked this video and would like to see more, because we got more coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time, guys.